we made it to Madrid. Now we're at the airport. But one thing we gotta make clear is that if you got trekking poles and you're making the connection, they're not gonna let you go through with the trekking poles. So what you have to do, you have to go upstairs, and over there you have to wrap them up in plastic and check as a checked baggage, and that's the only way you can bring your trekking poles. If not, you can wait to go to Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port and you can buy them there once you get in there. So here we go. We're starting our trip to Santiago de Compostela. Here with you on bdetravels. As you can see, as soon as you get out of the terminal, there is a bus stop right behind me, right back there. So what you do, you step out of the airplane, you pick up your bags, and then you come to the public bus stop. From there, you take the bus stop to the bus station, and in the bus station, you can actually pick up another bus that will take you to Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port to start your Camino. You know, that's one of the tips. It's cheaper, it's easier to come to Pamplona. Start your Camino this way. All right, folks, as I was mentioning, once you get to the bus stop, it's only 135 euros for the bus. It will get you from the airport and the stop. It's right after the bus stop in Pamplona. What you do is you get out. There's a park. I'll let you know which park when you get there. And then you can walk into the middle of the town. If you're going to stay in Pamplona, if you're just going to go to Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, you go straight to the bus station, and then from there you pick up a bus, which we'll show you later on during the video. Folks, we're at the bus station here at Pamplona. What you do is you buy the ticket down at the ticket counter that you saw, and then you wait for one of the buses to get ready to leave. And once they get ready to leave, they'll make one stop at Roncesvalles, and then they'll make another stop at Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port. So it's real easy to travel to the beginning part of the Camino de Santiago and Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port. All you do is go to Pamplona. From Pamplona airport, you take the bus. You end up at the bus station here, and you buy a ticket. It's 22 euros per pilgrim. But if you have a group of 5, it turns out to be about 18 euros. And then you wait for the bus and you start traveling, and you go in Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, and then you start your Camino de Santiago. Another tip, as always, you gotta watch out everywhere you go, especially in the train terminals or the bus stations. Sometimes you can find yourself with pickpockets. So you have to watch out yourself. Always be on the lookout for your surroundings, and then you'll have a safe trip once you take every precaution needed. So there's a way to enjoy it. Just make sure you're safe. As you can see, we're located at one of the entrances to Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port. It's very, very beautiful in this town. It's basically the starting point of Camino de Santiago, and many of the pilgrims, they come up to this place and start their journey towards Roncesvalles. So not a lot of people will have 30 days to come and do the Camino de Santiago, but if you get a chance to do that, it's a beautiful city. Lots of things to do, lots of things to eat. So here from Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, and bdetravels welcomes you.
We explored the picturesque streets of Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port upon our arrival. In 1998, the city gate by the name of Porte Saint-Jacques was added to UNESCO World Heritage Sites as part of the sites along the routes of Santiago de Compostela in France. The town of Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port has traditionally been an important point on the Way of St. James, the pilgrimage to Santiago de Compostela. It stands at the base of the Roncesvalles Pass across the Pyrenees. Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port literally means St. John at the foot of the pass. This town is the starting point of the French Way for thousands of pilgrims every year. According to legend, the tomb of St. James was discovered by Catholic monks in the early 9th century. Since then, millions of people have made the pilgrimage to pay homage to the saint. The goal of this pilgrimage throughout the years has changed from a religious one to a more pragmatic goal. More recently, this journey has become a way to experience a plethora of cultures. Originally, pilgrims kept logs and diaries to prove they had completed their pilgrimage. Nowadays, there is a pilgrim's office to help welcome and inform travelers of their journey. This office is found on number 39 Rue de la Citadelle. Here, pilgrims will receive a passport called a credential. This credential allows you to gain access to the albergues and also provides discounts for food. This credential must be stamped to give proof you are completing your journey. During the last 100 kilometers, your credential must be stamped twice in order to validate your journey. Upon completing their journey, pilgrims turn in their stamped credential and in turn receive an official letter of completion called a Compostela.
You did it, viste. Try it again. Hi folks, we're just here in the restaurant. We just met someone. They got a YouTube channel. What's the name of your YouTube channel?
It's just my name, Colin McCann. I'll not show up on the camera because we're looking at two different resolutions here.
Right, I got it at 50 instead of 60 megahertz, but we can change
right.
that. What's the name again?
Colin McCann, COLMMCCANN. A lot of my stuff is drone footage around Northern Ireland where I live, but I'll also be covering the Camino while I'm on it as well.
Oh, excellent. So if you need drone footage for your Camino de Santiago, that's another challenge you can take a look at. We'll be here enjoying the Camino de Santiago along with him. So once again, welcome aboard. Well, folks, we're here and we just finished eating in one of the restaurants in Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port. It's actually on the outside. Once you come out of the pilgrim's office, it's going to be on your right side. We have a very good time. The food was excellent and the treatment was excellent. We're here with Michelle.
Yes.
And she is inviting all of you to come. What's the name of the restaurant again?
Hurrup Eta Klik.
Oh, yes, that is. I'm not going to say it again. She will say it again, but that's the name of the restaurant. Once again, it's down the road on the right side, just before the church. You can come in here and she will take good care of you. All right? We'll see you later.
See you later. Bye-bye.
My favorite part?
Yeah.
Probably the views, but to get up there was like a really hard walk, but it was worth it. I took a lot of pictures. Yeah, I feel like it looked better in person than on camera. Like you can't really capture that, but it was really pretty. But one
Did you
thing
get tired?
Oh yeah, I had to take like 3 breaks. Good thing I had water. But I didn't like that the people look at you weird.
They look at you weird?
Yeah, they look at you up and down like you're weird.
We're in France, that's why.
Well, I know I'm weird, but like, chill. I look at them weird back. Like they're the weird ones and they're not from here. That's what you have to do. Life hack.
All right. How about you, Mari?
Huh?
Did the people look weird at you?
Yeah. They look weird for the whole family. They do it slowly. They go. I know. They look down. Ready? This is you. And then
Really?
they whisper something. Yep.
You know, we're not from here, so that's why.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, and at the train station, oh, the pickpocketers, they look at you a different way, but it's still a weird way.
Ah, well, we spotted them, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're easy. They were really easy to spot.
All right.
Because it was the little kid.
Oh. But anyhow,
It's
so
not-
the town, you like the town? So there's a castle, the town.
I love the buildings. Like how they're built, I like them. The
Yeah.
roofs especially, and the windows, and the balconies. Just the whole house in general, it's pretty cute.
I like the flowers.
I know, I was about to say that the flowers are really pretty.
Well, we're going uphill now. We're starting the walk. All right, we're at the end of day one. We left JFK, landed in Madrid, Barajas Airport. From there, we took a regional jet to Pamplona. We hopped on the bus to the bus station, took the bus from Pamplona, and got into Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port. Once we got into town, we did a little bit of exploring in the town, and it was time for us to go to the albergue. We stayed at Ite Zikpak, I think it's called this place. And I mean, it had air conditioning.
There were no toiletries.
There were no.
toiletries.
Okay. What else?
Your thing had air conditioning, but ours didn't.
Well, it did, but it just didn't work.
And you had flies in your room?
Lots of flies.
How many?
I killed one.
How many you killed?
12.
Well, 13 flies total.
Oh, and there was also a moth.
A moth.
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
But you had to make a reservation in order to eat there.
Yeah, you have to make a reservation 24 hours in advance at least. We couldn't do that, so we have to make a reservation in the old town. And we ended up eating at a restaurant. The name, you just heard it because I'm not going to repeat it. It's too hard to repeat. But the food there, I really enjoyed the food there.
Yes, I liked my food. No, how about you?
I didn't like it.
I loved it.
Okay. Yeah, and the lady there was very...
Oh, phenomenal. Michelle, if you see this video, thank you very much for everything.
She was
you did for
really
us.
nice.
She was very nice.
Yeah.
So after dinner, we finished and we walked about, what was it, about
Mile and a
a
half.
mile and a half to the albergue.
Uphill.
And we're getting ready for the Pyrenees for tomorrow. We're waking up very early. And what are your thoughts on that?
Mom dropped a full water bottle in the river.
Okay.
But she's not going to take that one then into the climb of the Pyrenees. Okay. So what are your thoughts on the climb?
The climb, well...
What do you expect?
Why does everyone look at me?
I know it's going to be hard, but...
Wait, what were you saying?
Right, we're looking at you very awkward. Well, at the end, we left town, and right before we crossed the bridge at the cathedral, they had a cathedral.
I'm sorry, that was so funny.
Hey, that's my English. I'll talk to you in Spanish later, and then we'll see.
That was so bad.
But
So,
the music was
They
very
had
nice.
music. They had the choir of the church there, so they have some beautiful music. I'm gonna leave you with a short taste of what I had in there, but it was very nice. I really enjoyed it. 10 euros for just a couple of minutes, but for me it was very well worth it.
Yeah.
We
It
just
was
stayed
we stayed outside just listening to
for
it.
cheap.
And they enjoyed it.
Love that for us.
They enjoyed it. So, all right,
I mean, we could still hear it, we just couldn't see it.
you'll see it now in the video.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right, perfect. Well, folks, join us on.
Follow us.
Follow us.
On
You say.
Instagram?
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and
What was that?
You forgot your social medias.
make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Just, what do you say? Smash that like button and make the comments here below.
Make the comments.
What is it? How do you say it?
Magically make them appear.
All right, you know what I mean.
Like-ify this video. What am I saying?
All right, join us here.
I'm tired.
Join us at bdetravels for all the traveling that we do. You'll have fun with us right here. Once again, BD Travels.
I'm sorry.